When I first started trying to budget, I had no idea what I was doing. I remember thinking, how hard could it be to just track my spending and save a little? But it wasn't until I went through some real-world lessons, with some costly mistakes along the way, that I actually figured out what worked. Stick with me, and I'll show you how I learned to budget through experience, without relying on affiliate links or easy fixes that never seem to work. For the first reason, I realized that budgeting isn't just about writing numbers down. It's about understanding your behavior with money. You can have all the spreadsheets and apps you want, but if you don't face the emotional side of spending, you're going to keep making the same mistakes over and over. In my early days, I didn't track my impulses. A quick purchase here, a treat there. It didn't seem like much, but it added up. If you're like me, you might have found yourself staring at a bank account and wondering, where did all the money go? Trust me, that realization hit hard. But it also taught me the importance of awareness. Not just about the money going out, but why I was spending in the first place. Next, I discovered that the key to budgeting isn't just about cutting back. Sometimes it's about being strategic with your spending. I used to think the solution was simply saying no to everything, but that's not the way to build a sustainable budget. For example, I had a subscription to a service I didn't need, but I loved the convenience. Instead of just canceling it, I found an alternative that gave me what I needed for less money. That's a key lesson. Look for smarter ways to get what you want without feeling deprived. Budgeting isn't about living like a monk. It's about making your money work harder for you. I also learned that saving money is all about prioritizing. And this doesn't just mean the obvious stuff like rent or bills. I was paying for some things I thought were essential, but were actually just luxuries. Don't get me wrong, I'm not saying you shouldn't treat yourself, but I started thinking about what truly mattered to me. Is that gym membership really worth it if I never go? Is that daily coffee shop visit helping me in the long run? These were tough questions, but facing them changed everything for me. Prioritize what actually aligns with your goals, and make those things non-negotiable. Now, I have to be real with you. I didn't get here overnight. It took a few financial wake-up calls, and I had to embrace the idea of trial and error. It's not about getting everything perfect right from the start. It's about learning what works for you through experience. You might need to experiment with different budgeting methods, apps, or strategies to figure out what suits your lifestyle. I tried a ton of things that didn't stick, and that's okay. What matters is that each mistake taught me something valuable. Here's the thing I wish someone told me early on. There's no one-size-fits-all. Budgeting isn't a universal formula. It's about finding your flow, your rhythm, and making sure that your financial habits align with your life. When you find what works, stick with it, but be flexible enough to adapt when things change. The reason I'm sharing all of this with you is because I want to help you avoid some of the same mistakes I made. It's easy to get caught up in the idea that budgeting has to be restrictive or complex, but it doesn't. It's about being intentional with your money, learning from your experiences, and making adjustments along the way. And when you do that, you'll be surprised at how much more control you have over your finances. So if you learned something valuable here, I want you to do me a favor. Subscribe to the channel and hit the bell if you want more content that's not motivated by hidden affiliate commissions or gimmicks, just real, practical advice. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.